Welcome back to our course, How to Start Your Online Startup. Okay. Now the next module that we're going to be covering is email and SMS marketing. Okay. So we'll take them one at a time. Okay. What we'll start off are dividing it into three components. Okay. One is email, one is SMS, and the other is app notification. Because what's happened is even though we call it email and SMS, app notification has just become just as big, right? As people are able to download apps on their phone, the notification plays a big role now. Okay, so we're going to cover these three areas. Let's start off first by what type of transactions there are. Okay, so there's two types of transactions. There are transactional transactions, and there are promotional transactions. Now, what are transactional transactions? These are your OTP codes that you get, your order confirmation, your payment confirmations, your delivery notifications, okay? Or if you set some reminders, okay? These are your transactional messages, okay? Versus promotional messages. These are things that you are not asking for, but somebody's sending it to you, okay? Which could be your marketing, your offers, schemes, promotions, discounts, okay, referral schemes, any of that, okay? So all your messages across all these three platforms, right, both email, SMS, and app notification is divided between these two types of messages, okay, transactional and promotional. For effective messaging campaign, you should be sending the right message to the right person at the right time with the right frequency. Make sure that your content is proper. If you haven't gotten it by now, we keep on going back to content. Okay? Make sure the content is proper. Okay? It is in line with the objectives and appropriate for the person and the medium you're using. So medium being your email, your SMS, your notification. Your content has to be specific to that, okay? Make sure it's going to the right person. They're part of your demographics, okay? Or they've actually purchased something. Or this is something of an interest to them. Different people deserve different content. Remember that. Not everybody should get the same content because all of us are different. It could even be vernacular, right? I can decide to send content in multiple languages, depending on who I'm targeting, at the right time. Okay? This is something that's happening more and more with big data and analytics in play. Figuring out when is the best time for that person to open and read. May it be email, SMS, anything. There is always a best time for each one of us. Okay? And what is that? Because once you figure that out, you'll see your open rates go up considerably because you'll hear people complaining all the time that nobody's opening my email or my SMS is not having an effect. But that's because they're not following these four rules. Okay? And lastly, what is the frequency you contact them with? Okay? Every industry is different. Okay? So some contact you daily. Some actually contact you multiple times a day at times. Okay? Depending on what industry you're in. Okay? So you have to keep these four things in mind when creating your messages. Clear? So let's get into our first set, email marketing. Now, why email marketing? Do you know email has the largest reach still? Okay? There are 4 billion email accounts compared to 1 billion Facebook accounts and 255 million Twitter accounts. Okay? 91% of the people still check their email at least once a day. Do you know that? Okay? These are huge numbers. So even though, yes, we're going to talk about SEO, we'll talk about search engine marketing, we'll talk about social media marketing, but email is still a very crucial component of your marketing. Email delivers your message, okay? 90% of email just delivered to inbox, only 2% of Facebook fans see your post, okay? Because Facebook is so broad. It's a mass medium. Only 2% get to see your post, okay, versus 90% in case of email, if it's obviously delivered properly on the mailbox. Okay? Email drives better conversion. 4.24% of visitors from email marketing buy something as compared to 2.49% from search engines and 0.59% from social media. These are huge numbers, by the way. If you look at it, compared to social, is driving 8 times the conversion. Okay? And almost double of search engines. Almost, not exactly double. Okay? Email has higher ROI. Okay? For every dollar spent on email, it's estimated that the ROI is as high as $38. These are facts. It's not stuff that we're coming up with. Okay? These are global facts. That's why you still get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day. Okay? Because this is a medium that continues to work. All right. Email is a preferred communication channel. Okay? Studies show that 72% of people prefer to receive promotional content through email, okay, versus 17% that prefer social media. Okay? This is actually a survey that was done. Okay? So 72% would promotional emails versus promotional messages on social media. Email has a larger lifespan. Okay? That's obvious because it stays in your email box, right? 75% of the click-through happens within 2.5 hours of posting on social media. Okay? The post gets lost with no time. Email's lifespan is more than any other medium because it just stays there. If it's in unread, you never know when that person will come back and read it because it's there. They can come back a week, 10 days, whatever, later and find that email and read it. Email is an open platform. So it's you controlling the platform. Okay? You can use other platforms to send your mail, but you can choose to actually have your own. You can have your own email servers to send out email. Okay? Versus social media, which is controlled by algorithms. Okay? Here you can decide to kind of send what kind of messaging you want, however you want. If you look at Facebook, by the way, and if you want to post and pay for any Facebook ad, it says that only 20% of it can be text. That's a requirement because Facebook is not an open platform. You can't do anything else. So you have to stick to 20% text, 80% image, or 80% blank, as you wish. Email, again, will be around forever as far as we can tell. I know they said death of email or whatever, aaj tak to death aaya nahi, right? And it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Okay? Still being used and still growing. Only thing that's changed is how we're using it. Okay? So maybe we used to use Hotmail before earlier. Now we use more of Gmail. Almost everybody that you talk to today is on Gmail. Okay? Email has kind of become free. Right? Everybody has a free account. Who pays for it? Right? Even corporates are moving away from Outlook-based email to Google-based email. Right? We have a paid account on Google. Right? So all of our corporate emails are also on Google.